Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today, we're going to be talking about the three chosen ones of crypto. Essentially, these are the three X's of crypto that I really always talk about, like XRP, XLM, and XDC. Now, with these three in mind, the reason why I'm going to be talking to you guys about them is simply because of the markets that they are disrupting, and also the connections that we have talked about for so long on this channel between all three of these. Also, yes, they are ISO 222 tokens, but that does not really matter too much. Obviously, yes, ISO 222 is going to be huge, but when we talk about these three, I really want to talk to you guys about the potential behind them. Now, XRP and XLM, I talk about a lot on this channel simply because they do move cohesively together. They're like tight knitted together, and I could actually kind of show you guys that as well here on the all-time chart on CoinMarketCap. So here's XRP's USD chart, and here is XLM's. Eerily similar, basically the same exact moves, almost to the T. By the way, like we look at, for example, like March of 2020. I know that like during this time, like everything crashed, but like you could see the price action after. It's almost identical. Even during like it was like almost like around the SEC lawsuit, as you guys do see, like that was the moment in time where like kind of things changed a little bit. But again, XRP caught up to XLM's price action regardless. And you look at like 2017, 2018, very similar price action. So this is why I do hold both of these cohesively, because they do move exactly almost the same. But also XLM and XRP are basically doing some pretty large things within this market. Now, XDC is one that I also have talked about multiple times on this channel. In fact, I'm an avid XDC, holder because of, the potential behind this token itself. Similar to XRP and XLM, I do believe that this token could go on a major run similar to what XRP did back in 2017 and 2018. Now, we are seeing us come down to test some significant levels on XDC right now. As you guys do see, we actually kind of broke past the price action that we seen back in March of 2021. So it looks like we are going to be seeing a test of like roughly like almost 2 cents exact. As you guys do see, like back here in February of 2021. If that does not hold, I suspect that we will see the lows of January being tested at nearly half a cent. And I'm just saying, like right now, like this is going to be the ape zone for XDC. Now let's dive in and let's talk about why I do believe that these three are going to be incredible opportunities within this market. I have been outlining my buy ranges on all three of these tokens. I'm going to do more videos on my website encashofficial.com talking about my buy ranges on a lot of these tokens and my sell targets. I have a few exit plans up there already, but for the most part I have outlined my XLM, my XRP, and even my XDC buy ranges even on this channel without any like paywalls or anything like that. So let's dive in and let's talk about a few things. So XDC. The funny thing about XDC is that like a lot of people think that like XDC doesn't have like the potential of like XRP or XLM. It gets overlooked a lot. But honestly, as like a settlement token on R3 Corda, for an example, it has so much more behind it. And we do see here the R3 Corda and XDC network partnership looks huge. Don't forget, R3 Corda has a $5 trillion daily volume. We only need 1% of that to have fun. The XDC future looks bright. And we actually do see a few individuals asking, also Kakeda, basically saying like, has XDC utility on the, all R3 Corda partner? Maybe more than what you ask for, just, need some more time. Basically what they are asking for is like, does XDC have the utility on the R3 Corda to all partners? And we're seeing like maybe more than that. Basically, just wait and you'll see. Now, with my opinion around this, like I've talked to you guys about R3 Corda and the major bridge that we do have from Xinfin. Honestly, I would say that this is probably one of the most major partnerships that they do have. Obviously, we know that XDC, or I should say Xinfin, is a part of like the TFDI and things like that that are centered around like Swift and like the ICC and some major other companies. we know that XDC is like the chosen one for trade finance. Digitizing trade finance documents is pretty huge. It's a $19 trillion plus market. There's a large amount of money that XDC itself is also disrupting. So don't disregard XDC. Maybe you don't know about it. Maybe you're still learning about it. That's totally fine. I think that if you are holding XRP and XDC or XLM, sorry, you should be holding XDC as well. And we also do see here. This is from Brian Brooks, actually. He was talking on CNBC just the other day. This goes back 2 days ago, and it's basically saying like a lot of projects you see, going on here are going to go to zero. The scams, the charlatans, the easy money guys, those people are going to get shaken out in the next 6 months, and you're starting to see that now as well. The funny thing about this is I actually want to bring this up a little bit. And it's the fact that, like, as we do see regulatory clarity ushered into this market, and as we do kind of see, like, a lot of these scams kind of get washed out, it clears up the confusion on, like, what should I invest in? What should I get into? You should be looking at the ISO 222 tokens. Utility is your best friend right now because utility is going to shine when we are out of a speculative market. But listen closely to what he is saying here.
And I've been saying for 2 or 3 years now that in crypto, a lot of the projects you see going on here are going to go to zero. But there are Amazon.coms in there somewhere, right? Things, the major protocol layers, the significant network technologies, those are going to make it out here stronger than ever 2 years from now. But things are going to get shaken out now. The scams, the charlatans, the easy money guys, those people are going to get shaken out in the next 6 months, and you're starting to see that now.
And I also do believe that like this is probably one of the biggest shakeouts that we've had in a very long time within crypto. And I think that's a huge opportunity, that we can take right now to really kind of look at, the things around this market, really kind of analyze our position in this market. But I do believe that like what he said is a great thing to really kind of analyze and look back on. Like he's talking about payment networks and the infrastructure that is essentially being built around a lot of these major use cases. Like that's what we should be focusing on. And XDC, within what they are focused on, we should be looking at the trade finance area and really kind of, putting a T to its name, right? And that is XDC is a giant in this market. It is the only one that's really focused on this market and has the connections tried and true. We do see here, how can banks avoid a lending crisis and accelerate economic growth? And we do see, Christoph Gugelman discusses the future of trade finance and the importance of collaboration in the ITFA Worldwide's latest newsletter. The funny thing about this is that the ITFA has direct connections to XDC. Trade Tech is a huge, partner with, Xinfin as well. And this is talking about trade finance distribution is now emerging as a lifeline and a necessity. This area is such a massive area to focus on, specifically around Xinfin. And we also do see here Justin Navati announces stablecoin deals with Stellar and Ripple. I talked to you guys a little bit about this, but I want to bring it back up and talk to you guys a little bit more about it. But listen closely. This is 1 minute.
Navati has recently announced 2 deals around your stablecoin services. Talk us through it.
We've been able to announce partnerships with both Stellar and Ripple, 2 of the major cross-border blockchain networks, both based out of Silicon Valley and both with very high market capitalizations relatively. Ripple we've done a lot of work with in the past for cross-border payments, and Stellar we had started on a blockchain program with them a number of years ago, but now we're really bringing it to life. So we're building a multi-chain stablecoin service, initially on both the Ripple and Stellar chains. And in fact, what's a great thing is both Ripple and Stellar are largely funding the development work and even some of the marketing work that we do to get our stablecoin service out. So the stablecoin will be a dollar for dollar backed Australian dollar stablecoin. So we are a licensed company. We'll be running our funds in trust accounts, and then we've got an Australian dollar stablecoin named AUDC, somewhat in line with the nomenclature of the US stablecoin USDC.
I know.
And I really want you guys to understand, like, as we look at Stellar and Ripple, everybody always wants to say, like, competition. Like, Ripple's killing, Stellar. Stellar's killing Ripple. Neither of that is happening. There's no real major competition happening within this market. All of these DLTs, all of these major payment networks, like, specifically, like, the ISO 222 tokens, all of those tokens will, eat at the table. They will have a space. And I really want you guys to understand that, like, right now things are evolving quickly. For an example, like Stellar, right? Their case studies have been racking up. Their use cases have been racking up. And you can see this. Go over to, Stellar. Like, for an example, like we do see like the MoneyGram product here. It's huge. But you could come over here and see their case studies. You could see their projects and partners. All of this has been broken down multiple times on my channel, really kind of talking to you guys about why you should be holding XLM, why you should be focusing on these projects. I mean, their ecosystems are continuing to expand, and it's truly something remarkable that, like, a lot of people kind of just overlook a lot of these major assets simply because, like, they haven't performed the best, right? And trust me, I know, like, we're here to make money. And, like, when you look at this chart, you're like, well, dude, like, this has been in a downtrend since 2017. Even going off of this high here, it's been in a downtrend. We haven't revisited that level, forever now. And I get it. It could get, overwhelming. It could get frustrating. But this should actually make you so bullish because, like, when this does break out and retest its all-time high and goes into price discovery, it's going into a price discovery that we haven't seen in over 4 years now. And once we go into that, like, just imagine the heights that we could actually lead to. A lot of like assets in this market have hit some significant heights. So it's something remarkable when we look at a lot of these projects and, like, we're like, look at the ecosystem that they are building. And even like XRP, right? Like, a lot of people will continuously talk down on, Ripple and XRP, but you look at what they are doing and they're building longevity. We do see here Ripple has been building enterprise products with long-term utility. Not speculation. These are products that solve problems today, not ones in search of a problem. And these are trillion-dollar problems that they are solving. Nostro Vostro, $27 trillion problem. Cross-border payments, which is a huge pain point for a large amount of, clients and customers. $250 trillion market by 2027, currently $156 trillion market. These are massive markets that these assets are going after. And we do see here from Kevin Cage, I know for a fact that no matter how hard it gets, XRP will survive future bear markets. XRP Ledger is 10 years old, tried and true. Ripple expanding, new partners every week, hiring 300 more people. They want clarity and will fight until the end. SEC chose the wrong company to fight. I mean, everybody will focus on the lawsuit, right? And in my opinion, the lawsuit held not only XRP back, but also held back XLM. Remember, XLM follows XRP closely. They were closely knitted together for a while now. The funny thing about this is the fact that XRP, or I shouldn't say XRP, Ripple spent over $100 million defending XRP in this lawsuit against the SEC. They're at bat for the entire crypto market. I believe that when we see a settlement or a win within this SEC lawsuit, it is going to pivot the entire market. It is going to open the doors for financial institutions to utilize the use cases on Ripple that are powered by XRP, aka on-demand liquidity with instant settlement. This is the area that I'm focusing on. There's large amounts of money to flow into this market going forward. And I'm really focused on a few use cases as well. Like, we look at like Flare, right? Flare Network is coming out in July 4th. It bridges networks. RippleNet bridges currencies. The future is connected, not fragmented. Everything will be connected. You look at like even XLM, right? XDC. All of these tokens will essentially be, in terms of their networks, bridged. Everything will be bridged. I talk about this with even QNT. This market is something, if you have the time in a day, and even if you don't, I mean, listen, I offer, and I'm not even here to like toot my own horn or anything like that. I don't have an ego around this, but I'm here and I constantly am talking about this information about how this entire market is basically, and I shouldn't say this entire market, but like a large amount of these tokens within this market are building out the new infrastructure of the payment system of tomorrow. And this market hasn't even seen the tip of the iceberg in terms of like where we are actually headed to. And I give you guys so much information on a lot of these payment networks and where we're basically headed to, and it's truly remarkable. It's truly remarkable. I really see a lot of these assets as basically life-changing generational opportunities, because when you look at the upside on these, these are basically like the Amazon tokens of crypto. These three I've always talked about because they offer such massive opportunities. And there's other assets too, like, for an example, like Algorand, right? Algorand is extremely oversold right now, extremely undervalued. These are also tokens that I've talked about on this channel. There is so many great opportunities, but these three, I'm watching these three very closely, especially as Stellar, right? XLM gets back down to levels that we haven't seen since going back as far as November of 2020. And I'm actually seeing if we can get down to this March of 2020 area. I mean, obviously, we're not coming down to 3 cents exactly, but I'm looking at around the 8-cent zone. That's where I'm really looking to see if we can, really dip down to that area and get a large amount of, XLM for the low. So I'm really watching these three closely. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. As always, if you guys did enjoy this video, leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on if you guys want more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, up to you all. Have a beautiful day or beautiful night, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.